Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sarvetam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitanscha Om Ajnanatirmirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuramilitam Dena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gora Tvije Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. And we're very happy to see the London Mat has joined us. Lavanyamoy Devidasi and Kumkum Devidasi and the team there. And we'll be there tomorrow. Maybe by this time we'll return to the London Mat. So we're just next door, as it were. And we are online with, Mayeshri, 12:30 p.m. Okay, just after lunch or just before lunch. And Sadhvi, Hare Krishna. And obeisances and head on the table. All right. Govinda, Govinda. So, dear devotees, we are broadcasting in English and in Portuguese and in Russian. So please do select the correct channel. And our theme this week is Universal Grace. Now, I expect that Kumkum Devidasi has got something very similar as to what I have got in front of me. So I would like to give her the chance to speak first. And Lavanyamoy there in London. I keep hearing your voice, but it's not Lavanyamoy. It's other people speaking very good English. So it's a very good Southern English. I keep hearing, Lavanyamoy. No, not Lavanyamoy. And by the way, we really do remember the devotees, and very happily, and probably we're remembering most of you. In fact, all the time we can say. And today we were also remembering Chaitanya Moy Devidasi. And we need to hear from her own story one day. Really, we need to hear again from herself again, to remind me about how she came to Srila Gurudev, and she shaved her head. Just say no or say yes, but she did shave her head while on pilgrimage in India, and maybe to Venkatesh or to one of the very important, to Venkatesh. There, it is a sacrifice for ladies who normally in India, they only grow their hair. They don't go to the beauty parlor and have styling. They only grow their hair. And it is a sacrifice to the deity to shave their head. And so with some sincerity and prayer, she did this. And then soon afterwards, then her prayer was answered, that she came to Srila Gurudev and recognized Srila Gurudev from inside. And recognized, here is that reality, the truth that we are searching for. So, dear devotees, please know that we relish knowing the qualities of the devotees, the sincerity of the devotees, and seeing all your names here. And now on the second page too, then we can appreciate these qualities in all of you, and sincerity, why we've come to Krishna consciousness, And we've actually come by grace, and we are prayers of, beggars of grace also. And Mukunda Prabhu, South Africa, sending his obeisances to all of the devotees worldwide in the chat box. So anyhow, we're happy to be in the association of you all. This is my point. And we are here, devotees here queuing up to share something too. They always say, I don't have anything to say. But every devotee's got something to say, especially about grace, universal grace, and our being so close to the goal in terms of football, as Gurudev would say, then when the football, they're laughing because they had some football pastimes today.
We, Maharaj, we.
They engaged me. Anyhow, when the football is close to the goal, to the opponent's goal, and then somehow is lost way back down the field, then all the crowd goes, oh, what a great loss when it's so close. When it's far away and it goes up and down, well, it's just in the distance. But when it's close to the goal, then we want to get that football into the goal, in the analogy that we are so close to this goal of being graced to enter that land of sweetness, beauty, charm, love, and that land where Krishna, the very embodiment of sweetness, is there. Personality of beauty, love, charm, eternity, everything good. So we are so close. So this theme of universal grace is a reminder to us that we cannot go there by our pushing, but we can only go by the grace of the residents of that land. And of course, the head resident of that land is Krishna. The head resident of that land is Mahaprabhu, Radha Krishna combined. So two rooms in the very highest quarter, Vrindavan and Navadip. So may we come first to Kumkum Devi Dasi, and while we're coming to Kumkum, more devotees are joining us from all corners of the world, and in Vila Govinda, many devotees have come to join Chinmoy Dev Prabhu, so he's not alone in front of the camera. He's all alone, looking very lonely a few moments ago. So we're happy to see the whole team there happily. So Kumkumdi, I don't know how the microphone setup is there. I hope we'll be able to hear you okay. I'm sure Lavanya has got everything under control.
Testing, testing.
Yes, testing.
Okay, very wonderful. Maharaj, so happy to see you, and we're definitely counting the day, the hours until you and your party here are returned back to the Mat. We're very much missing your association here. And there is an entire chapter in Benedictine Tree with the same title. And so it's very inspiring because we know that grace must be universal if it is divine. It can't be that it only applies to certain segments. That's not the nature of our Lord. So we can look in this particular chapter and find a great wealth. In that chapter, but maybe a third of the way down, there's a question to Srila Gurudev. How should we picture Krishna in our mind when chanting? And how should we see ourselves in relation to him so that we can remain Krishna conscious? And Gurudev answers, once when Srila Guru Maharaj was giving Harinam Diksha to someone, they asked, what should we think about when we chant Hare Krishna? And Guru Maharaj said, it is not necessary to think of anything. You should just know that the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is a transcendental mantra. If you can give proper nourishment to yourself and to that mantra, he can be revealed to you in your heart. Proper nourishment means that you must avoid the 10 kinds of offenses. And during your chanting time, you must pray to the holy name. O Hari, O Krishna, please be revealed in my heart. The mantra is couched as a calling unto the Lord. Hare Krishna means Radha Krishna, but it is not necessary for you to know a literal meaning. You only need to know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he appears in this mundane world in the form of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. He can appear in the heart of each of us with his full form. He has that capacity. Krishna's holy name is non-different from him. So I shall only pray to the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Please appear in my heart and dance on my tongue. It is not necessary to think about anything else. This lesson we learned from Srila Guru Maharaj. You are living within the mundane world, so your tongue is also mundane, and a mundane thing cannot chant the transcendental name. Krishna's name, Krishna's form, Krishna's qualities and pastimes, all are transcendental. But we are living with mundane consciousness in the mundane world. Here we cannot properly chant Krishna Nam. It is not possible. Mundane and transcendental cannot mix, but the mundane may be transformed in contact with the transcendental. And we must pray to Krishna, please make me transcendental and show your form in my heart and dance on my tongue. That is my prayer. When Krishna will reveal himself in our heart, then we can feel, we can see, we can become transcendental. This was Srila Guru Maharaj's answer. And Maharaj, of course, this reminds us very much of that question and answer in a more expanded form that my husband got to hear from Srila Guru Maharaj. How is it with this mundane senses we are approaching the holy name, which is transcendental? And this makes me feel this is the essence of the answer that we are trying to chant. This is what we have right now. So we're trying to take that up with full faith as our gurus have asked. We're trying to avoid the 10 offenses and be faithful and be chaste in this way. Yet the holy name will descend if he is pleased according to his desire. But we are not hoping to see something, realize something, thinking something is dependent on our control for the holy name to reveal himself to us or to come to us. But rather, we will happily continue on with our attempts. Let us be sincere. That's our best bet. Jai.
Jai. Sincerity is safety. As much as we are sincere, we are safe. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, a wonderful excerpt. And that Benedictine tree was taken from talks given by Srila Gurudev on his first world tour, when he was seeing the world for the first time. I mean, seeing it, you can say, physically coming around the world. And it was quite interesting when he came back from that tour, because, you know, Gurudev is a wonderful storyteller. And he was telling about so many things that he saw in the Western world, which he would never see in India, including ladies driving big, big trucks, you know, things like, I saw this lady driving big, big truck. And other people also, lady bus drivers and people waving to him from the trucks and things like that. Gurudev was quite impressed with the Western world, that the designation of man and woman or nationality, color, all these things, they blend together very well. I mean, blend together, and there is very little difference. Rather, everyone is a human. And Gurudev appreciated that, because universal grace, universal Krishna consciousness, it's not for a nationality, it's not for one color, for Indians, etc. It is Krishna consciousness. And so we see that the universal call of everyone is for sweetness, charm, love, and beauty, irrespective of everything else. And so Gurudev, he he was happy, definitely, coming back from the First World Tour, and probably generally, adjusted how he's giving the talks after seeing how the Western world is living. Today here, we were watching Srila Gurudev. We often do. We're watching Srila Gurudev. We also recently, a couple of days ago, watching Srila Guru Maharaj. And so always we're trying to see and re-see, because we've seen many of the recordings, heard many of the recordings. But we were seeing Srila Gurudev on that First World Tour. And they were like clips brought together with a few parts where Gurudev is speaking, but showing his mood with the devotees. And one part was when he went to Hawaii, and in Hawaii, he's hugging everybody for several minutes. I think some came around for second hugs as well, is my suspicion. But really, he was hugging everyone. And Hawaii was one place when Srila Gurudev came back that he specifically pointed out about the affection of the devotees there from the moment he got off the plane. Now, I don't know whether, well, it must have been after immigration, but he said, I came from the airplane and immediately everyone is running to hug me. And this was, just seeing this, the video clips like this, is a reminder of the universal grace of the Vaishnavas. They want good for everyone. They don't only want good, they want Krishna consciousness, because that is the good of everyone. And Srila Gurudev could give that. And he gave it heart to heart. He gave it to people who did not know any English at all. And from South America, there is one devotee, Srinivas, who by now passed away. But he was an example that Gurudev used. Gurudev had other examples also, where they don't know even how to say yes or no in English. But their service mood, their nature, humility, tolerance, giving honor to others, not wanting honor for themselves, their faith in the holy name, their faith in the devotees, carried them through and received the grace of Gurudev. Gurudev was so pleased with Srinivas Prabhu. And this way, we see how if we are human, and I think most of the people here in the class today, or the meeting today, they are human, as we say, in the university. Are there any, when you went to university or school, were there any, giraffes or rhinoceroses or any, smart, intelligent chimpanzees, maybe? They think they're smart, right? Any chimpanzees were in the physics class in school? No, because it's the humans who can really acquire something beyond their own experience. I'm sure the mother monkeys tell the baby monkeys, don't go here or you're going to get an electric shock. We've seen that in Vrindavan, that somehow they teach them where not to go. But essentially, only in the human life are we able to get some knowledge, get some understanding. We're not the body. We should not be in a plane where we have to go through suffering and birth and death, birth and death. We should learn where is our home, that there is a beautiful creator above our head, and that there is a way to go to him through the holy name and through our seva mood, our giving mood, our selfless mood. And so as long as we are human, then we have much more opportunity to change the course of our life to follow the path home. Marga. Marga means path. So we are on the path home, the journey of joy, as our Latvian devotees like to express, the journey of joy. And it is dispensation of grace by those who have that grace to give. And there we find the wealthiest, Guru Maharaj, Gurudev, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, coming up to the 6 Goswamis, and coming to Mahaprabhu himself, the storehouse, Radha Krishna combined. So connected with that infinite treasure house of wealth, then those who have that and have that connection, they can distribute that. And that was Gurudev, that is Guru Maharaj, that is Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, that is Mahaprabhu throughout Chaitanya Charitamrita, and the Vaishnavas who are with Mahaprabhu throughout the pastimes described in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So universal grace, and then we think about the humans, which we were thinking about just now, but also we read in Chaitanya Charitamrita about the trees and about all the animals in the forest. Again, heart feeling, heart to heart transaction. Hare Krishna, but really only as humans have we got this possible way to adjust our own life, unless we are an animal who has very good fortune to receive the affection of someone like Guru Maharaj or Gurudev or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The Jharakanda forest is our beautiful example. Everybody loves to read about Mahaprabhu going to Vrindavan through the Jharakanda forest, and where is described about the tigers and the deer kissing each other lip to lip, on the lips. It says that in Chaitanya Charitamrita. And when I was reading that translation, I thought, maybe I should read the Bengali. The Bengali says this: they are embracing each other and kissing lip to lip, the tigers and the deer, in the association of Mahaprabhu. And they are chanting and dancing as they can, all affection, all joy. So think what is Vrindavan. Think what Vrindavan is like, the land of Krishna. And Mahaprabhu's land is the land of Krishna with extra magnanimity added. Turbocharged magnanimity. So that is grace times infinity. Turbocharged grace of the Lord is grace times infinity. And that flow is now coming around the world. And so may that affection, may that honesty, may that goodwill for others, flow freely throughout the world. And as we just heard, our concentration, our attention to chant the holy name without offense, and to chant the holy name with affection, with some hope that one day we may be graced by those residents to give us entrance. So yes, I was right about one thing. Kumkum Devirasi had the same excerpt as me. And I thought I would give her that first chance. I didn't know, by the way, but I somehow guessed she had that same excerpt. And there is more there in the transcript, but it is, for me, it's very wonderful. For all of us, it's very wonderful, no doubt. But because Gurudev it was an adventure really for Gurudev, going out from India. As he said, I'm a village boy from India. And anyone who's been to Bamunpara, his birthplace, his appearance place, knows really it is a village until today, where you can where they make a new house out of mud and straw, and the bamboo for the support for the roof, the bamboo framework, and then straw for the roof. And you'll be surprised how cool are those houses in the summer, and in the winter, how cozy they are, without air conditioning, electricity, or anything else. But really, Gurudev was a village. He said, I'm a village boy. And he could not believe. He said, this is only like the touch of the grace of Guru Maharaj has given me, this village boy, this opportunity to see the world and share Guru Maharaj's Krishna consciousness in the line of Guru Maharaj with the world. And that is universal grace for everyone he wanted the very best thing. And the very best thing was Krishna consciousness in the line of Guru Maharaj. And that's what Srila Prabhupada wanted too, bringing his most promising new devotees to Guru Maharaj for their training, for their preparation. As Srila Prabhupada was prepared by Srila Guru Maharaj, he wanted the next generation to be prepared by Guru Maharaj. So it is Srila Prabhupada's wish that the devotees will come and understand Krishna consciousness in the line of Guru Maharaj. And it is Gurudev's wish. So everyone in the world who's come to Krishna consciousness, really it is the channel of Guru Maharaj, Srila Saraswati Thakur, this descending line, this current. And Srila Prabhupada was bringing that. Srila Gurudev is bringing that. Plus each of them, of course, with their own personality, their own nature. And so everything is a plus and a plus and plus in the current of the pure current of Krishna consciousness. And we must try to follow that because it is universal grace. And we just have to try our best to stay within the gracious glance of the residents of the upper world, the residents who have come here. So Kumkum, I appreciate very much. And this week, perhaps can come first to Sachi Devi because she prepares things always and very, we can say wisely in the Krishna consciousness sense of wisely. Krishna conscious wisely. Sachi Devi, please share something with us if you wish.
Dandavat, dear Maharaj, Dandavat, dear devotees. I have tried to find something, Maharaj, and I will read it, but I have understood about the topic. Universal grace is upon everyone living in all universes, and so also on this universe and on this planet Earth. In general, the Lord's grace or goodness is experienced as the sun, the rain, relationships, and the beauty of the creation, which are given to everyone. On this planet Earth, we have the believers in God's universal grace upon us, and the non-believers who are too proud to bow down to God and thinking very unwisely that everything is happening by the laws of physics, a biological evolution through natural selection. The devoted people of the Lord, especially the devotees of Lord Krishna, who received special universal grace and came in contact with an agent from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sampradaya and heard and learned who God really is and how to properly approach his divinity and learn about true humility that is needed to approach him, the Lord, and can learn how to reciprocate with his universal grace in more and more finer and intimate ways in an ongoing process. First, there is a hazy overall big conception who God is, and then finer detailed realizations who we are as a particle of his potency to serve him and who he is, the transcendental beautiful blue cowherd boy, Lord Krishna, who is the personification of beauty, love, charm, happiness, joy, ecstasy, and it is overflowing in the universe for those devotees who can see their Lord in everything and everywhere. There is no place anywhere where the Lord God, Krishna, is not in the remotest point or part of any place in all universes. He is there. The greatest universal grace is that the Lord Krishna, as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, gave us via his representative, who is Sri Guru, the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This Maha Mantra will eventually develop prema, divine love for Radha and Krishna, in us. This is the highest universal grace that any jiva soul can receive and attain. Krishna consciousness in the line of Srila Guru Maharaj. This is the highest universal grace. That is it.
Sachidevi, here we are all saying, what an amazing excerpt. You found a beautiful excerpt and shared that with us all. Really, this is universal grace. So let us not forget the Maha Mantra, which is the very way that universal grace is being distributed. Beautiful. We were all here, as I say, very nourished and exclaiming, so suitable, wondering where you found it. We were looking for that. Huh?
Did she write?
Did you write it or did you read it?
I wrote it.
Oh, you wrote it. Oh, well, that's why we couldn't find that quote. Well done, Sachidevi. Sorry, please excuse me. Thought you were reading from Srila Gurudev, someone. Well, Sachidevi, very nice. We want to have a copy of what you wrote. Think about it. Beautiful. Really, very nice. And we were mentioning about Srila Prabhupada just now, about how Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev, they're both bringing us Krishna consciousness to the world through that channel of Guru Maharaj. And we can reflect on a few words from Srila Gurudev from that First World Tour, where, and the translators have it in the chat box. And Srila Gurudev is saying, so you can search, the feeling to do good for others. For the translators, in that, not in the chat box, sorry, in the file that I gave the translators. So I'll read it. I'll read this. This is Srila Govinda Maharaj's words. And he's saying, the feeling to do good for others was deeply in the heart of Srila Swami Maharaj. This is his address. Srila Prabhupada's name was Srila Swami Maharaj, as is Srila Govinda Maharaj, Srila Sridhar Maharaj. So this is Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada he's mentioning. So the feeling to do good for others was deeply in the heart of Srila Swami Maharaj. He had no money and not so much experience, but he had eagerness, affection, and a full good heart. With a full good heart, he could not tolerate the deficiency. He could not tolerate the deficiency of knowledge and Krishna consciousness in the jiva souls. And he tried as soon as possible to come to the West. He tried so hard to give Krishna consciousness. And during the first year, he suffered in many ways. But his eagerness and his deep feelings gave success to his preaching Krishna consciousness. He started alone, but ekoham bahusyam, quote, I, the one, became many. This is, then Gurudev explains. This is an aphorism of the Upanishads. Bhagavan, the Supreme Lord, was alone first, and then he became many. And with his, capital H, the Lord, with his heart of love, he manifested himself in millions of forms. Similarly, Srila Swami Maharaj, whose heart was filled with divine love, wanted to distribute Krishna consciousness. His feeling was that it was an extreme necessity for the conditioned souls, and if they did not get it, what would they take, and in which way would they live? Actually, he was very disturbed and could not understand why the conditioned souls were running around in the illusory environment. His feeling was very strong. He wanted to give something, and he gave it first in the Western world. And then Srila Gurudev is saying, and this is in a talk that he gave at that time, said, I have come to meet with you, all my friends, I have come to meet with you all, my friends and your families. I have received mercy from you, therefore I can come. And mercy means your affection. Affection has attracted me to meet with you. And this affection has grown through Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, I live in India and you live in America. We live so far apart. But attachment, attraction, and affection have all grown through Krishna consciousness. And thus I have a chance to come here and meet with you. What can I give you? You all have material things, but Krishna consciousness has no end. We can only start and we can only proceed, but we will find that there is no end. It is infinite. Krishna consciousness is infinite. Anyhow, that's a taster, but it's a taster, but it is Srila Gurudev just sharing his mission, Srila Prabhupada's mission, Srila Guru Maharaj's mission, Mahaprabhu's mission is one of distributing love, sweetness, happiness, love of God, Krishna consciousness. And they want to give. So they only are looking who is going to receive this gift. And they are very happy when they see those who are eager to receive such a gift. And that is you. You all, we are talking to all of you here. This is you. This is the section of devotees who want to receive this, heard something, and really decided to make their life's direction, this path of Krishna consciousness, given by Srila Prabhupada, given by Srila Gurudev. That is the path given by Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and our Parampara. So we want to make them happy not only by being eager to hear about Krishna consciousness, but to receive that affectionate grace, affectionate universal grace, which only is looking for the souls which will accept it and not making any judgment of plus and minus according to the history of their life, etc., etc. That is universal grace. Hare Krishna. Anyway, I better not talk too much. We have so many good devotees here with us. And we're so happy. We're looking through the names also. Can I just mention to Neelambari Devidasi, very happy to see you with us and often thinking of you there in Norway. And please, Hare Krishna.
Pranam, everyone.
Dandavat, and all well wishes for your young family. May they all grow up nicely in Krishna consciousness. You have extra duties with extra children.
Okay.
Jai. And to all of you, really one by one, but it's a little while since we saw Neelambari Didi here. And so I just wanted to give a little mention to her then. Jai. And yes, Maheshri Didi, she's agreeing with me. Such a beautiful composition, Sachi Devi. Really, we were all thinking that. Sachi Devi, dear Maharaj, is it possible to ask a question? Yes, it's possible. We're happy to hear a question, but we may choose who will answer it. But please do ask the question.
Maharaj, we hear that Srila Guru Maharaj called Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj as a Shaktavesha avatar. So, do we know any other devotee in our history who was called a Shaktavesha avatar?
Well, we better ask one of our brainy devotees, but I think we are going to find Narada Muni.
Ah, yeah.
But somebody with the database open maybe needs to look at it. I would have to do just a little homework. Sachidevi, in the top of my head, I really
yeah, no problem.
there must be there is something, because Shakti Vesh Avatar, there are examples given when the description of Shakti Vesh Avatar is there, and you find that empowered by the Lord in specific ways, then that Shakti Avesh, that potency, is understood in when it's very strongly there. It's understood to be coming from the Lord. The potency everywhere is coming from the Lord. And oh, well, look at that. In the Veda base, then we've got in commentary to a verse, Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 2369, some Shaktivesh avatars are, this isn't from memory, it's from somebody else's computer. Okay, some Shaktivesh avatars are the four Kumars, Narad, there we are, Maharaj Prithu and Parashurama. When a living being is empowered to act as Lord Brahma, he is also considered a Shaktivesh avatar. Okay, well, there's...
Yeah.
We are very grateful to the Veda base, by the way, because this is vedabase.io. This is the BBT's website of the publications, and they are very scrutinizing in putting the right things there. So we know it's coming through a carefully prepared way. And of course, Gurudev books, Srila Gurudev, Srila Guru Maharaj, and Srila Prabhupada's books. This is our nourishment. We are safe there, and safe with the books, as have been given by us, so Sharanagati and other books of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, etc. And the songs, the kirtans in the kirtan. But we are not always so keen just to go on the web and ask the web something. We don't know the sources of the information, and we want to be careful when we do research. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Maharaj.
And actually, you see, while I'm seeing on the screen with all the thumbnails, we want to speak with everybody and say hello to everybody. But we're going to ask to our Italian Vila Govinda Ashram Bhakta Vrinda to share a few words on that theme of universal grace. Because Italy is in the universe and grace is flowing. And I think it is good to have some comment from someone who is receiving such universal grace, someone's. Please turn on the microphone. They're debating among themselves, a humility contest, and to see who will speak.
Okay. Dandavat Maharaj, Dandavat Pranams to everyone. My name is Chinmoy Dev Das, also known as the Desperation Devotee.
Hare Krishna.
When nobody wants to do anything and they're desperate, or there's a need to do something, and the devotees here are desperate, they're like, where's Chinmoy? I mean, there's no one else who can do it. But honestly, universal grace comes through the association of a Vaishnava, and not just any normal association, not just like a mosquito or a fly that's also very close to a Vaishnava, but it's the association of a Vaishnava through service. So through serving the Vaishnava, hearing from the Vaishnava, that we will get the grace. We will get that universal grace. We will get that revealed knowledge will enter our heart. And I see several people who are experiencing this at this moment. We have Leelamoy Prabhu, we have Pandita Devidasi, we have Kelly Kandamana Devidasi, and we also have Abhinava. I heard him. And they have that type of association with the Vaishnava, not only being close to that Vaishnava, but serving that Vaishnava. And so I think all of us would be more greatly benefited to hear from their lotus lips than from someone who is just deeply engrossed in Maya 24 hours a day.
Born humility.
Well, you win the competition of humility.
Well done.
And here's Madhurananda Prabhu, Shanti Devidasi Savitri. And Roman is there. We're very happy hearing Roman Seva. Hare Krishna, Roman. Madhurananda Prabhu, you are wearing a Chamatkara t-shirt, and at least you can explain the meaning of Chamatkara to everyone here.
Spiega tu.
I can translate.
Shanti Mai spiega.
I can. C'è l'altro microfono?
No.
Ok.
Anyhow, Madhurananda Prabhu, he's an enthusiast of t-shirts, and he's
solamente in italiano. Io ti traduco.
Ok. Dandavata a tutti, Hare Krishna. In italiano parlo. Okay. I try to speak a little bit in English. Okay. No, you need the meaning of the t-shirt or the meaning of chamatkara?
The meaning of Chamatkara.
The meaning of chamatkara is chamatkara means some astonish, unbelievable, very completely amazing something. This is the meaning of chamatkara. And maybe I want to count how many chamatkara in Chaitanya Charitamrita. I think it's a lot of chamatkara in Chaitanya. Two words are very, very common. Three maybe. Chamatkara, Alingana, and Hunkara. I don't know what this means. And I don't know what's when
No, why? I would like you to say why you have
why
Chamatkara
t-shirt,
which was it was actually the theme for our 20th
no because
Govinda
was
anniversary.
for the anniversary of Villa Govinda. And started like a joke with Keshavananda. And I want to make a t-shirt for Keshavananda for his birthday. I want to make a t-shirt with Chamatkara for him. And when I do it, Shanti Moy told me, yes, maybe this t-shirt is very good for Villa Govinda. I try to understand what to do for Villa Govinda. For the Villa Govinda anniversary, the 20th anniversary, yes, Villa Govinda. And was very amazing, Villa Govinda. After 20 years, how many adventure we live in for after 20 years, how many trouble, how many fighting, everything. For as a chamatkara, as a very chamatkara, we are here after 23 years, 24. Almost 25. Okay, I forgot. And by follow the topic of the Zoom, everything the chamak is only for the grace of Srila Govinda Maharaj. This is the meaning of the chamak. The meaning in the deep of meaning is a complete the grace of Srila Gurudev. This is only this point.
Anyhow, beautiful description. And by the way, from at least one of our worldwide devotees, Vrindavan Chandravu, he says that the best English accent of any of our devotees is Madhurananda Prabhu. So we're very happy to hear from him.
I try to convince my teacher I'm the best student.
But
that's why he don't coming to class.
Hare Krishna.
Maharaj, if I could say one thing, because I have very short memory, but today I'm hearing, and we're talking about universal grace, and so we must talk, as we have, about Srila Swami Maharaj, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj. And when he came after his first year back to India and spoke with Srila Sridhar Maharaj and Srila Govinda Maharaj, and Srila Govinda Maharaj was very curious as to how things were going, and he always remembers the tolerance of Srila Swami Maharaj, because Srila Swami Maharaj told him, "Oh, you don't know how tolerant I had to be," because the first year was very difficult. And for the devotees who don't know, where he was staying with a friend's house, they had a small fridge, and the lower chamber was Srila Swami Maharaj's, and the upper chamber was his friend's. His friend was non-veg. So Srila Swami Maharaj is saying this: beef, chicken, other meat are in the upper chamber, and his food, his veg food, is in the lower chamber. And so that was his desire to give the grace of the Lord to the people was so great that he is tolerating that. Whatever difficulties are coming, he is tolerating that. And then not only that, when Srila Govinda Maharaj and Srila Sridhar Maharaj went to the opening ceremony of the Chandrodaya Mandir in Mayapur, and Srila Swami Maharaj was there, Srila Sridhar Maharaj arrived, and Srila Swami Maharaj says, "Call GBC." And so the GBC all come, and they're all, "Oh, ISKCON, perfect. Sannyas, the Tridanda, perfectly shaved head, beautiful Sika." And Srila Govinda Maharaj says, it was like a group of Lord Brahma came into the room, all of them flat, straight, dandavats, pranams. And who taught them this? It was Srila Swami Maharaj. Like from the beginning, Srila Swami Maharaj had to tell them what to eat, how to bow down to your guru. The Westerners had no idea of any of these, this etiquette, of these rules, of these behaviors. And Srila Swami Maharaj had to teach him everything. How to bow to your guru. What is a dandavat? And he wasn't doing it for his own glory. He was instructing, this is how you treat the spiritual master. This is how you see the spiritual master. If you want that grace from above, you must see your spiritual master as Krishna. Because that is the vision that Srila Swami Maharaj had, that Srila Govinda Maharaj had, that Srila Sridhar Maharaj had. That's why they can talk about Guru in such a way. And so Srila Swami Maharaj, instructing all of them, he told Srila Govinda Maharaj, "I was the cook, I was the cleaner, and I was the guru." All three at the same time, in the beginning. And even the famous picture, I think we have all seen, of where Srila Swami Maharaj is waiting in line to use the restroom. And his devotees are in front of him. For us, this is not, we can't understand it, because we were instructed from day one by the other devotees how to do this, how to do that. But in the beginning, there was no one. There was only Srila Swami Maharaj. And how? Just that one man. And the whole universe, the whole world is now chanting the glories of Hare Krishna, the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. By his grace, by his universal grace, we have come in connection with Srila Govinda Maharaj, Srila Sridhar Maharaj, and what more can we say? We are blessed beyond belief. And so it is that universal grace that does not care what country you're from, what language you speak, what you've done in the past. It's available for everyone. For anybody who wants to take a step in the right direction, it's available. And there's that call in the Upanishad, the clarion call in the Upanishad, Asatto ma sat gamaya. Take me from darkness to the light. Take me from ignorance to knowledge or consciousness. And take me from misery to ecstasy. So take me from this illusionary world to our real nature, Sat Chit Ananda. That is what all the scriptures are trying to give to us, and all our spiritual masters are trying to instruct us in, to take us in that direction, toward the spiritual realm and leaving behind this illusionary world. And I am praying always that someday, I'm praying that like that Gurudev would explain it like this sometimes, is that our attachment to Gurudev is like Gurudev has a leash and you are attached to that leash. And so maybe sometimes you wander, but you don't go that far. Eventually Gurudev will pull you and say, come back to me. So I'm always praying that Gurudev yanks on that chain, keeps me close, and by the grace of you all, hopefully I can continue in the path of Krishna consciousness. Jai Guru.
Hari Bol, Jai Shri Gurudev. Indeed, Jai, Jai, and Jai. And by the way, those 3 words that Madhusudan Prabhu was saying, he said 3 words, they're coming up so many times in Chaitanya Charitamrita. And they're all expressions of the amazement, of beauty, of wonder, the affection that Gurudev is pointing out. We are going to the land of affection. The transaction is heart to heart, etc. And chamatkara is that word which actually the best translation that I know of is stupefacente, the Italian word, which in any language just sounds amazing. Stupefacente. And actually they can do it much better than me. They're Italian. They can express it fully. I mean, just not only amazing, but astonishingly, amazingly everything. And this word comes up again and again in the Leela of the Lord and his devotees. It is just like the amazingness of love, beauty, sweetness, and charm, the effect it has. And then a second word that Madhusudan mentioned was alingana, mentioned so many times in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. And that's what we were describing and seeing on the recording just a short while ago today, where Srila Gurudev was embracing one after the other for several minutes. As he was arriving, presumably in Hawaii, he was entering into a room with so many devotees, we know also. It was wonderful to remember the devotees. But everybody he's embracing. This is alingana. Alingana kore. Kore is the verb to do. So this word alingana, it's an embrace, and it's an embrace of affection. And of course, Ananda, all these words coming up always, which is, the joy, Krishna, prema, coming always, prema. Prema is love of God. It is not just, a little bit of love. I love my dog, I love my house, I love my car or something. It is that extreme joy, that's extreme love. But the third word, just so everyone knows the word, at least that Madhusudan Prabhu mentioned was hunkara. And this word, hunkara, is like a great sound. And often it's saying this great sound that went to the edge of the universe like this. And this is in relation to kirtan, great kirtan taking place. It's in the relation to the roaring of Mahaprabhu in his ecstatic times. It's in the relation of the jais that were given, the glories of the Lord. Again and again, this hunkara, a great sound which went to the edge of the universe. But it's hunkara of joy, not of terror, not of explosions or something like that. It's the hunkara of a roaring great sound. And this is all connected with affection, beauty, extreme affection, extreme attraction, extreme love of God. Wonderful, wonderful things. Chaitanya Charitamrita, super book. And you will find Chaitanya Charitamrita, essential parts, essential descriptions directly coming from the mouth of Guru Maharaj in the form of the golden volcano of divine love, the loving search for the lost servant, and Prema Dharma Deva Stotram. There are various places that we see Guru Maharaj expressing Chaitanya Charitamrita's essential points. and revealed truth. You will find Chaitanya Charitamrita's substance within revealed truth. Mahaprabhu is bringing that to us. And through that universal grace of chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So universal grace. Govinda, Govinda. Chat box. Ooh, better keep an eye on the chat box. Sadhvi Devi, that's sending always sweet emojis. And Ananda Sarupini, Dandavasya devotee. Thank you so much, everyone, for this nourishing Zoom. Yes, I join you, Ananda Sarupini Devidasi, in thanking everyone. Your participation, your faces, your being here, your names, and everyone who's got the camera on, all smiling, and those who got the camera off, you're also smiling, I know. And yes, look, Gangalila Devidasi proving it, Lavanimoy in Latvia proving it, that even but with the cameras off, we can still understand you are smiling. So very beautiful. All right, so we'll let everyone continue because our short time is up, but it's a time when we again can always remember we must try hard to stay firmly within the current, the descending grace current, and not allow ourselves to go here and there, but the one channel of Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, that is Gurudev, Guru Maharaj, indeed Srila Prabhupada, but this channel to Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur upwards. And as we can get to know Srila Gurudev and Srila Guru Maharaj as much as possible, then we will be safe, and safe if we do what will please them. To know them means what is their guidance and how to put that into practice. And the main guidance is that keep ourselves bound with love and affection in that current of grace, causeless grace, universal grace.
Maharaj, I'm sorry, I want to keep the meeting that much longer, but Savitri told me she really wanted to just add a few words.
Please do so.
Jai Shri Bhakti-Ratan Madhusudan Maharaj ki jai.
I've been tricked, I've been deceived. Okay, anyway, we will end with the Jais. Jai Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rakha Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Srila Prabhupada, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai. And Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki Jai. Shri Rupa Nuga Guru Vaga ki Jai. All the assembled devotees ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Jai. Shri Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda, unlimited devotees everywhere ki Jai. And Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Acharya Brinda ki Jai. And Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Premanandi. Vancha Kalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo. All good things to everybody, and the giver of good things, Gurudev and Guru Maharaj. Let us bow down to them. They have taught us what to do. Let us try to do nicely. Govinda, Govinda. See you all soon. Much appreciation to all, to our translators. And we want to hear from our translators one day, not only translating, but sharing something with us. Their inspiration to keep us all going, to help us keep going. Jai. Govinda, Govinda. Dandavat each one. Brazil, Ukraine, Norway, USA, South Africa, Spain, Germany, and all around. India, yes, Prasenjit. We can see by the wall color, you're in India. Jai Gurudev. And around and about, and I think Luxembourg, maybe. Luxembourg. And yes, South Africa, Australia. Israel. Anyway, we may have missed someone out or some country out, but we're very appreciative of you all. Jai Gurudev, Jai Guru Maharaj. Amra Aschi, we are coming. Hari Hari.
See you soon, Raj.